little over 16 and a half pounds. We're back at it today. So we've already lifted weights 5 times this week. We've done 5 days worth of cardio. So now we're gonna get our 6 days worth of cardio in, and then allow the body to rest for the rest of the day, and then refuel and start for next week. So far this week, we have been absolutely perfect with the diet. We've been perfect with the exercising, or with the lifting of the weights, and we've been perfect with the cardio. Now it's time to get after this today. Then I got a bunch of other stuff we got to do to start the week. So I am super excited, as this has been going way better than I thought. The cravings for foods and sugars. Hold on a second, guys. The cravings for the poor foods and the sugars and the cheeseburgers, they've been there. I'd be lying to tell you they haven't been, but it definitely has not been as bad as it's been in the past. The motivation's definitely way higher now. Or I guess to say the dedication's way higher now than it has been before. What's up, Miss Brittany? So I'm pretty excited to get this cardio done and out of my way for the day. And I actually stayed up way too late, slept in, so I still haven't even eaten anything yet. So these are going to be fasting cardio, which is perfect for that fat loss, as we are out here grinding every single day to be exactly who we want to be. What's up? I'm going to say Garden. How's it going, guys? Guys, if you're just joining in, double tap that screen, hit that support button, show some love. I would truly appreciate that, as we are just hopping on this treadmill to get started for today. We've got 65 minutes of cardio we're going to get in here, and just continue pushing our limits every single day to get where we want to be. In this community, we don't cheat, we don't take things we're not supposed to. We just outwork everybody. No, Brittany, I haven't had anything to eat yet. I've had maybe 2.5 cups of black coffee so far. But like I said, I stayed up too late, slept in this morning. That's awesome, man. You exercised already today? That's great. I'm telling you, everybody has the ability to do it. We just have to show up and just be better than the person we were yesterday. All too often we just make excuses on why we're not achieving our goals, but yet we have time to do all these other things. You did dead shoulder presses? Nice. That's awesome. I cropped from the live yesterday, and here in an hour or so, I'm going to post the video of my 425 deadlift for 4 sets of 4. So I was pretty happy with myself to be able to, at 220 pounds, to be able to pull 425 pounds for a set of 4. So I was pretty ecstatic about that, and I'll post that later. Because previously, I think the best, like for a set of 4 I've done in the past, I think I pulled like 465 for a set of 4, but I was also like 300 pounds back then. So mass moves mass. So now that I've lost a significant amount of weight, that it's a lot harder to deadlift. I can do push-ups, jumping jacks, high knees. That's awesome. That's the thing, is all we gotta do is get off the couch and move. But guys, we got 11 of y'all beautiful folks in here. If you haven't done so already, double tap that screen, hit that like button, and then hit that subscribe. In the last, 4 or 5 days, we've gained nearly 200 subscribers. You guys have been truly awesome. The comments on the videos, all the positive encouragement has been truly amazing, guys. So continue tapping that screen, continue hitting that subscribe button, so we can continue building this community and continue spreading positivity out there. Whew. That's awesome that you're exercising every day, man. That is awesome. You'll start to see your body change, and then not only will your body change, where you feel better and you feel more positive, but you're also going to start liking yourself more. Your confidence is going to start growing more. Are you on TRT? No. So, Joe, I've never taken anything, so I'm very old school. I take pre-workout, C4 pre-workout. It's actually a cheap version from like Walmart. and I take protein shakes. So I drink 1 protein shake a day, 2 scoops of Syntha-6. I buy the 10-pound bag off Amazon, and that's it. So just old school. I'm tired of people taking some kind of drug or chemical or an injection or something to achieve the goals that they want to achieve, when the reality of it is, and again, you should get tested, see if your levels are low. That's fine. That's completely different than the average person out here trying to take an injection for an advantage. Just show up for yourself every single day and do better. Stop making excuses. Stop lowering your T by eating bad food and not lifting legs and not squatting and deadlifting. Like, show up every single day for yourself. You'll start to see a massive difference. Hi, Edu. I'm not sure how. Welcome in, guys. But no, and I'd be lying to tell you I haven't thought about it. I mean, if I was on that kind of gear, I would have to turn sideways to walk through a door. But I've never taken anything like that before. To me, it's just simply not worth it. Like, just show up and work out. Like, another reason, part of the reason, like today I'm doing cardio because I want to continue getting in better shape, and I want to look better because I added this 6-day of cardio. Normally I would do cardio 6 days or 5 days. I'd lift weight 5 days, follow a perfect diet, but I'm like, I gotta do more. So by doing more, I added a 6-day of cardio in there to make myself work harder, push my levels, and that's what this 30 days of perfection about. 6 days of cardio a week, lifting weights 5 days a week, and following a perfect diet. So far, in this duration, I've lost 16.5 pounds in 11 days. When people take steroids are here. Oh yeah, Brett. So steroids can definitely cause massive damage to the body. They've seen a huge increase of enlargement in hearts and people passing away in the bodybuilding community lately. And a lot of that is because of the enlargement. Welcome in from Russia. Hey man, appreciate it. Guys, I love the support. If you haven't done so already, make sure you definitely double tap that screen. We are 7 minutes into 30 minutes or 65 minutes of cardio. You way too hyped on the dust. Nah, man. I'm just so sick and tired of people out here making excuses on why they can't achieve things and why they're failing in life, when the reality of it is you have time to doom scroll on Facebook, you have time to, binge watch Netflix, and then you're like, I want to look like that, but you won't put in the effort I'm willing to put in. I'll be 40 this year. You guys have the ability to do it. If I can do it, y'all can do it. Just write yourself a game plan and follow that game plan. What's up, sleepy ass? What's up? Yen? Sorry. You're right in my phone. It's like yay small, guys. It's very difficult to see. But keep tapping that screen. Hit that like button. Show some support, guys. Whew. So, how many miles today? 4.3 miles is what we do every day. So guys, the thing is crazy. Now that I've lost a little bit more weight in the last few days here in the midsection, so instead of like my stomach hanging over like this, it's actually kind of starting to flip up. So it's pulling up like this. So I'm really starting to see the stretch marks here today, which is pretty self-conscious. I'm not gonna lie. Like seeing those stretch marks there, I was like, oh, I don't like that at all. But that's what happens when you're well over 300 pounds and you've lost 80 pounds. Like you did damage to your body, and now it's time to try to undo that by losing the weight, and eventually hopefully this skin down here will firm back up after so many years of keeping the weight off. So that's the plan, and we'll kind of see what happens. Blast, respect. Thanks guys. Again, keep tapping that screen. I would love to get up to over 60 likes during this live today. I just tell myself I don't want to look like nobody. Yep, right, and a lot of it I do for myself. Like, I love doing it. I've been getting a few messages from, again, continue getting messages from people online about, hey, respect the things you do, keep doing, keep posting, keep updating us. Like, we love seeing your grind. Like, it gives me motivation. So those are the things I love to hear, and it really helps me mentally. Because even the most strong mental person that, like, you got that motivation, sometimes it's still hard to show up every day when your body hurts, when you're tired, when you're eating the same thing, you're constantly in a calorie deficit. So the support y'all give me, it really does help. I truly appreciate it. Do I drink alcohol? In general, sometimes, but not now. Not for these 30 days. I won't have anything. In general, I don't drink a lot of alcohol. Alcohol has tons of terrible calories in it for you, and very little benefits. So no, not necessarily. Jeffrey says, great job. Thanks, Jeffrey. Guys, we just jumped from like 2 likes to 8 likes in just like 30 seconds. So I truly appreciate and love that support. How long has the weight been off, brother? So Dakota, I started this journey total probably about 14, 15 months ago. And I was 303. I'm 220 this morning. So it's been a slow trajectory of like downhill. Like I'm not taking any special pills. I'm not taking any special like injections or anything like that. So the weight's coming off slower. And 2 to 3 pounds a week, sometimes 4 pounds a week, sometimes I have a good week where 5 pounds. So, and I'm not even close to where I want to be. Like my end goal is probably 210. So I got about another 11 pounds to lose to kind of get rid of this down here. And then even then, once I get down to 210, I don't even know if at that point I'll be happy. So it might be 205, it might be 200, because I want to get the V taper that comes down. And the only way to get that is just to continue to grind and put in work. So it's going to be a long journey. Hopefully my end goal, I'll be done by swimsuit season. So April, what is it, January, February, March, April, May, June, like time is where I want to be at. Marina's done 3rd, 6th. Yeah, I'm not sure what that person was mad about. I don't drink alcohol that much, probably some wine. Yeah, Brett, I mean, again, like, there's no difference between, like, alcohol, pop, energy drinks. It's all just sugar. One's ethanol sugar, one's regular cane sugar. Either way, it's not the best for you, and it's empty calories. You'd be surprised how many the average person consumes 1,500 calories in just sugar per day, or just in liquid drinks. And that's why we gain so much weight. How much muscle have you gained in the 15 months? Great mindset. You're great. Thanks. Appreciate it. So the muscle, to be honest with you, I've maintained the muscle mass that I've had. So I've always been strong. Previously, I was doing powerlifting. I deadlifted like 515. I was bench pressing, like my max bench was like 395. I don't know what my squat was. I had knee surgery, so I don't max out a squat, but I could squat like 315 for a set of 4. And so my whole thing is, I've wrote my diet and I wrote everything around the idea of I don't want to lose muscle mass. So this is why I'm doing like fast-paced walking cardio, where I try to keep my heart rate around 130 to 140, because I don't want to burn muscle mass. Because at the end of the day, the more muscle you have, the more fat you burn while at rest. And so I do walking cardio. I focus on where my heart rate's at. I still make sure I consume 200 grams of protein a day. I still make sure I have roughly 2,000 calories a day. So that way, yes, I'm in a massive calorie deficit, because I burn between 4,000 and 5,000 calories a day, just simply because of my size and how much I move. But I'm not at as much of a calorie deficit to where I'm going to start losing massive amount of muscles. I spent way too many years putting on this size. Someone said, dude, the guy from Glass. Not sure. I went from 240 to 280 in 18 months, 15 years ago, and still gone. Only Whole Foods. That's awesome, man. Congrats on keeping it off. That's the hardest part, is once you kind of reach your goal, then what does balance look like? What does, the ability to go out with your family, colleagues and stuff like that, what does that balance look like, so you can continue doing what you want to do, having fun, but still look good at the same time? And I'll be honest with you, I haven't figured that part out yet, so I'm still trying to figure that out. Okay, so your massive chest was already there. Yes. So the massive chest was already there. So the best way for me, I lift heavy sets of 4. So bench press, like for me, just last week when I did chest, I did 265 for 4, 285 for 4, 295 for 4, 305 for 4, and then I hopped up when I changed to other exercises. I then did sets of 12. So, but I always do my flat bench, heavy sets of 4. And I always make sure to do 12 press exercises for that. So whether it's flat, incline, some kind of a machine, I always do 12 press exercises before moving to flies. Surgery for the skin. Brittany, if it gets to the point where like this in maybe a year or two, the skin isn't gone, I will consider surgery for that. I've done way too much work and put too much effort into this not to look how I want to look. So to me, like, I didn't cheat, I didn't take an injection, I didn't do anything. So eventually, that's what I gotta do, that's what I do. I am a lemon, so yes. Oh man, keep it off. Absolutely. Do not crack your fingers. Fingers. You almost got me, buddy. Someone asked you, are you gonna have surgery in the skin? Yeah, so but no, seriously, I might consider like that surgery if it gets to the point of where like there's too much loose skin here. Then yeah, I probably would. So it just kind of all depends. We are 16 minutes in to 65 minutes of cardio. You guys keep tapping that screen. The worst thing about getting on the treadmill, I feel like because it activates your nervous system and stuff like that, like I get so itchy while on the treadmill. It drives me crazy sometimes. But yeah, I weighed myself this morning, and I think I weighed the same thing today that I weighed yesterday. I was 220.4, which is, sometimes it gets frustrating because it's like yesterday I followed the perfect diet, did 4.5 miles of cardio, I lifted weights, and it's just like, I should have lost at least, a tenth of a pound, something like that, but the body's weird. I'll go like that, where 2-3 days I'll either gain weight or nothing, all of a sudden I drop 2-3 pounds. So it's just staying consistent with the grind. If I wasn't necessarily like videotaping every day and posting it to show the 30-day challenge, I probably wouldn't weigh myself every day because it's not necessarily the best for your mental health when you're in these kind of challenges, because the body's weird when it comes to fluctuating weight. Brittany, when it's nicer outside, I walk outside, but obviously it's cold and snowy out. Mate, I suck at cardio. Can you give me some tips? So cardio, one of the biggest things is how do you distract your brain while doing it? So for me, if I'm not live streaming and talking to people here, which actually works great, I could do cardio for probably 2 hours. When I'm live streaming, if there's no people coming on with the interaction, it's great. Because it's all about just distracting the mind. If I'm not, then I'll have headphones in, even though I'm downstairs in my basement, because I like how the music comes right here versus like listening from it out there. Sometimes I'll scroll social media. Sometimes I'll play a game on my phone. The key to doing quality cardio, especially when you're doing like a fast-paced walk, is just how can I distract my mind so I can keep going? Like half the time, you guys, the brain isn't the one, or the brain's the one telling you to quit, or the brain's the one that's telling you it's hard. It's never the body. The brain always quits before the body does. That's where you have to create like this mental toughness of like, yeah, you're tired. We're all tired. Yeah, you don't feel good. Your legs hurt. We all feel that way. We have to stop making excuses and remember that the brain is weak. And once you train the brain to no longer be weak, the body will follow suit. So whatever you can do to distract your mind, put a TV show on, play a game on your phone. Obviously you want to try to move your arms as much as possible while doing cardio because that burns calories just like walking does. So you'll see me every time I'm doing cardio, you'll never see me holding on here or here unless I'm trying to check my heart rate, because move those arms. The more you move your arms, the more you'll more calories you'll burn, the more weight you lost. Guys, we got 23 of y'all beautiful folks on here and 16 likes. If everybody could double tap that screen, let's jump these likes up. And then hit that subscribe button. Once you hit the subscribe button, hit that alert button so that way every time I go live, you guys get that alert and I can continue spreading this positivity to everybody. I would truly, truly, truly appreciate that. Am I gay? No. Can you say my name? Yes, Steven. My brother, 13, and he wants to try and get a six-pack. Steven, most six-packs are made in the kitchen, not in the gym. So most of the time, the reason you can't see your abs is because it's covered up with fat. So you have to burn the fat off. Once you burn the fat off, then you'll see the muscles stick out. Like my chest is defined, but when I was 50, 60 pounds heavier, it did not look this good. It was big, but it looked terrible. Some people don't like regular water. I mean, for water, you can really add anything to it that doesn't add calories. So a lot of people will do like those Mios, whatever. Like, you're fine. I drink a lot of flavored water from like Walmart, Myers, Kroger's, like those flavored waters. I think they're like 64 ounces and there's like 10 calories in there. And to me, I love those. And so those help me with some of the cravings for like a pop or a carbonated drink. So I'll drink 1 or 2 of those almost every single day. It's funny because people will be like, well, aspartame's bad for you and you shouldn't drink those type of stuff. And it's like, well, you know, pop's bad for you, energy drinks are bad for you, Gatorade's bad for you, alcohol's bad for you. Like when you start going down the list of everything that's bad for you, like flavored water with a little bit of aspartame is at the bottom of that list. Have you ever looked? That's weird, man. It's another weird question for a man to ask another man. Super sus. As my kids would say, super sus, bro. Ooh, my hands are freezing today. My treadmill's in my basement, and it's probably standard like 50 degrees here, or in my basement, so it's definitely cold. And I only turn the heater on extremely low, because I'm cheap and I don't want to pay for it. Weed helps your dad who has Parkinson's. Well, that's why they legalized it for a lot of people, because it has tons of medical benefits. But to each their own. You know, I can honestly say I've never tried an illegal drug before and or smoked a cigarette before, ever. Not simply because I didn't want to, but simply because I'm cheap and that stuff costs money and it prevents you from reaching your goals. So when we waste money on things like that, it prevents us from really achieving what we want to achieve. So that's true. It did help. I don't know how we got on this topic, but it did true. Less lace. So one of my jobs is I work inside of a hospital and I screen people for crisis. And all too often we'll see people come in here and actually it can cause psychosis and mimic schizophrenia. It's pretty wild. No, my name's not Bella. This account originally was made for our dogs, and I just turned it over into this. So I'm having fun with it, but that's okay. Lumberjack, thanks, True. Appreciate that. Guys, keep tapping that screen. Hit that like button. We are 1 like away from 20 likes. And then hit that subscribe. Show some love. I would truly appreciate that. Yes, all the time. Toilet water will sip up in, and you know, it gets you. You gotta watch out for that, especially when you ate those protein drinks, that pre-workout dudes. It'll jump up and touch your soul. You're not ready for it. Ah! You guys ever hit one of those? Ah! Or like all those in here that are, taking certain supplements. Like you got like a 30-second window before you boo-boo on yourself. Like literally 30-minute window at best. So you better hurry up. As a social worker who spends most of my days in the community, I can tell you every place that has a bathroom. Your pecs are ripped. Thanks, I appreciate that. It's funny, when you're younger, chest day is like your favorite day. Like you get all excited to do chest and you're like, yes, let's go. And now as I get older, like chest day is actually probably one of my least favorite days. Chest and arms are my least favorite. My favorites are probably leg day, back day. Then if I had to say leg day, back day, shoulders because of traps, then probably chest and then arms. So arms are definitely least favorite, followed by chest. So your priorities change. One of the biggest mistakes we make when we're younger is we so focus on our chest and our arms that we don't build our legs. And our legs are our biggest muscle group. By squatting, you'll release natural testosterone into the body, which will help the rest of the body grow and become stronger and become bigger and look better. So, bro, you got it going on. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. So, I'm right now, for those that are new to the channel, right now I'm in a 30-day challenge, and it's just me. And one of my buddies is kind of tagging along with me, but I've challenged myself for 30 days of perfection. That 30 days of perfection looks like cardio 6 days a week at 65 minutes, 6 days, lift weights 5 days a week, and follow an absolute perfect diet. So, can't believe we're 25 minutes into cardio and I haven't even told you guys what my diet is. So right now, My perfect diet consists of, I do a protein shake. I get up at 7, leave the house at 7:40. I drink half of my protein. Oh, I drink black coffee in the morning, but then I drink half of my protein shake at say 10 o'clock. The other half I drink at noon. 1:30 I eat my first meal of the day, which consists of 1 cup rice, 1 cup chicken, 1 cup broccoli. Around 4:30 I eat my second meal of the day, my third meal of the day. 1 cup rice, 1 cup chicken, 1 cup broccoli. And then usually I then lift weights and do cardio, then drive home. And then at night about 10 o'clock I do 4 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, 1 cup of non-fat cottage cheese, and then usually some kind of fruit. So whether it's blackberries, strawberries, blueberries, apples, some kind of fruit, and that's my candy. That's my treat I get to reward myself for doing well throughout the day. How much time do you give yourself to work out? So when I'm just doing cardio, it takes me a little bit over an hour. But when I'm doing all of my workout stuff, it takes a little over 2 hours for the most part, because an hour to lift weights. If I do abs, it takes another 20-25 minutes. And then I do 65 minutes of cardio. So I spend, what is that, 12, probably anywhere between 12 to probably 14 hours a week in the gym, which is crazy when you really say it out loud like that. I've never thought about that, but yeah, probably 12 to 14 hours a week working out. Is that about right? 10, yeah, 12 to 14 hours a week working out. So, but we're out here. We're going to achieve all these goals. My stomach's not swinging as much as it was a couple days ago when I was doing this, which makes me pretty happy. So keep tapping that screen, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. And then once you hit the subscribe button, make sure you turn those alerts on so that way it alerts you when I go live. You can get those updates. My hands are freezing right now. I don't know why. My hands are so cold. What's up, beautiful? That lady said I was cute. Aw, thanks. And the person that was in here earlier was like, how to, like with the cardio, like how do you do it? Like I've been going for almost 28 minutes now with the conversation. The distraction has been great because I didn't even realize I've been on here 28 minutes. That's not too bad. You're well rounded. Do I prefer calisthenics, weights, or mixture? Well, I definitely do weights, but I want to start doing more calisthenic stuff. To be honest with you, I'm not an expertise. I'm an expertise in lifting weights. Like I used to be a certified personal trainer through ISSA, but not with calisthenics. Like eventually, like I want to be able to do a kip up. I would love to do like a standing flagpole, like doing those side flagpoles where like it's your obliques. Like those are some of the things I eventually want to start working on. Never play Uno with a Mexican. They keep all the green cards. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just read that. That's funny. That's all too funny. Welcome in, guys. All the news people in here. Make sure you pop in, say hi. What's everybody's goals for the new year? What's everybody hoping to work on? What's everybody's grind look like? Y'all can see mine. By the end of this month, I'm going to be down minimum 210, which would be a total of 93 pounds, guys. 93 pounds total loss. And I want to start to get like that V taper down here is my ultimate goal. So we out here grinding day after day to achieve that. All right, we are 29 minutes into cardio. I'm going to stop talking for a few minutes because I'm going to check to see what my heart rate's at. All right, So my heart rate is 137 right now, which is perfect. So it's perfectly in that fat burning zone of 130 to 137. What are my goals for 2026? My goals are to want to drop down to 10 to 12% body fat, have that V taper that comes in down to the bottom. That's my first goal. My second goal is, which I'm going to work on later today, I want to read 1 book per month for the rest of the year. Maybe more, but really want to force myself to start reading more. So I'm about 80 pages into Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I think I got like 200 plus. Then I want to officially have a net worth of $1 million by the end of the year. So those are my 3 goals. Drop down to 10 to 12% body fat, read 1 book per month, and then have a net worth of $1 million is my ultimate goal. My fellow guy working out, props. Bro, I've been going since 4 a.m. I got 8 miles to my leg day. Oh man. So it takes a special kind of mental toughness to be able to do cardio after leg day. It really does take a special kind of mental toughness to do cardio after every single leg day. Like I'm telling you, that's probably what I struggle with the most is cardio. What is your weight? So I'm 220. Zane, I dropped down from 303. I'm down to 220 now. And at the start of my 30-day perfection, I was 236.8, and I'm down to like 220.4 to be exactly this morning. So calorie intake right now is between 1,900 to 2,100 calories. I pre-measure out all my meals, and I eat the same thing every single day, so I don't have to think about it. I want to read more too. Books are pure gold. I love nonfiction. So I've been reading a lot of financial books and stuff like that. So my wife and I right now, we own 13 rental units. We own a triplex, 2 duplex, and 6 single families. And so we've been able to grow our net worth from roughly 200K to just under $1 million in a little over 3 years by putting in a massive grind. And that's how I gained all the weight. That's how I got super fat. I was working 60, 70, 80 hours a week, 25, 30 days in a row with no days off, working Saturday, Sunday every single week. I was working like 5 different jobs, just massively just grinding to make as much money as I could. And then anytime I made money, instead of taking vacations or whatever, I went and took that money and I applied it toward my business and bought the next house, and bought the next house, and bought the next house. And now that the business is doing pretty well, it's now time to take a step back and really focus on my health, both my physical health and my mental health. And so that's right now where I'm at, is focusing on my physical health, because I'm on pace to retire at the age of 45. I'll be 40 here in April. And not only will I be the most successful I am, but I also want to be in the best shape I am at the age of 40, which not a lot of people can say that. Success is how much you give, not what's in your wallet. See, I completely disagree with that. I 100% disagree with that. Like, why is it my responsibility to give my hard-earned stuff to other people? I'll never make sense of that. Like, and I'm a social worker. Like, I work 50, 60, 70 hours a week supporting the community, especially some of the most poor communities in the world. I'm vastly underpaid for what I do and the amount of hours I put in, and I'm salaried, so I get unpaid overtime, basically. So, but why is it my responsibility to support other people when they have the ability to work for themselves? Like, I'm not gonna lie. We need to change that mindset in society. Like, unless you have a severe physical or mental illness, you have the ability to support yourself. Stop living off other people. I have 1 rental property as of now. Want to buy more. So what we did is we actually had my house paid off. We did a cash out refinance of our primary residence. Took that money and started investing with that. And then basically I just worked multiple jobs. And I picked up a second job at the hospital, worked 30 hours a week there. Made like 25K in 1 year. That was enough to buy a property in my area. Like, we made X amount of money off social media. We made X amount of money. I went and got my real estate license. So every property we bought, I got a commission. I made like $6,000, $7,000 last year off just my real estate commission. Like, and then you just start grinding with all these different entities of income. You know, $3,000 here, $4,000 here, $7,000 here, $6,000 here. You know, primary job is $80,000. Secondary job, $25,000. Like, and you live cheap. You don't take vacations. You don't spend frugalously. You don't go to concerts. You don't buy new phones. You don't do all this other reckless stuff. You just save and you continue investing. The purpose of money is to make more money. So once you change that mindset, I mean, read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Read the book, The Millionaire Next Door. And it goes into all that details of that type of stuff. Success is defined by your goals, 100%. That's insane. Congratulations. I do roofing and it kills you. Somebody ever took care of me. I've been homeless and had houses of my own. I just quit smoking 3 years ago. That's awesome, man. Now I weigh 150 lean and I could do minimum 100 push-ups. That's awesome. I'm telling you guys, we got 19 beautiful folks in here because every single one of y'all are beautiful. Double tap that screen, hit that like button. Once you hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and then hit that alert. So that way, each time I'm on, y'all can pop in, say hi. We all can hold each other accountable. We all can track each other's success. Let me know where you're at and what you're continuing grinding. I love hearing people's success story. You think I should take a HELOC on my current property? So I have a HELOC right now on my primary residence, and it's basically my emergency fund. That way, if I want to run out my reserves, then I could do that because I have a HELOC for reserves. So you want to maximize leverage while minimizing results. But if you have a crap ton of equity in your property, I would definitely consider doing something. That's the key. That's how all these bigwigs, you know, all the people you see on Shark Tank and stuff that are huge into real estate, they always refinance all their stuff and pull out as much equity as they want, so that way they can continue investing. Because when you reinvest and pull out equity, it's tax-free for selling it. That's a real weird question to ask another man. But, I mean, you do you, boo. Whew. All right, we are 36 minutes in, 37 minutes into cardio, which means we got a little over, 29 minutes left. You inspire me, man, to go work at it too. Nebraska, that's what it is. All too often in society, we make excuses on why we can't achieve it, whether it's a fitness goal, a financial goal, an educational goal. We make all these damn excuses on why we can't achieve shit, but yet we have time to doom scroll Facebook. We have time to doom scroll or binge watch Netflix. Like, we live in an era of unlimited free education. To be able to do whatever you want, whether it's fitness, whatever, just go to Google, go to YouTube, and just search stuff and watch videos all day long. And so, like, it's the reality of it is it's easy. It's just lack of effort on most people. And then none of that, but we get scared. We get scared of making changes because change is scary. So that's why you stay at the same shitty job for 30 years, because you're scared of the change. You're scared, well, what if the next job's worse? Well, what if the next job is better? What if the next job pays more? What if the next job has better hours, better PTO? But all too often we're scared to make those changes because we're just feared. So in the financial world, we call that analysis paralysis, to where, like, you run the numbers, you run the numbers, you run the numbers, and then you never make a move because you keep running numbers because you're scared. Eventually, you got to jump in and stop being scared. So refinance it. I would, depending on what your current interest rate is, I would definitely look at doing like a refinance. Pull out that equity. See, the problem right now, I have about $700K in equity amongst all my property, but like it's spread out so much where it's like 20, 30,000 between each property, that it's not a good idea for me to refinance right now, because it would cost me, about 15K to refinance everything to pull out about 110K. So kind of about 150K. So I'm kind of stuck right now. For my New Year's, every day I wake up at 8:46 in the morning. I do insane cardio on YouTube. That's awesome. When you get comfortable, you also get weak. My favorite expression I use is, when you get comfortable being uncomfortable, that is when real change is made. When you get comfortable being uncomfortable, that's when you start to make changes. Because the reality of it is, no change was ever made from a comfortable state. So, the first property I bought, we bought it and everything failed. It was miserable. Everything went downhill. But we figured it out, and that's what got us started. When I started my fitness journey, I was miserable. My body hurt. I wasn't losing the weight I wanted to look. I wasn't losing it fast enough. You know how hard it is to consistently eat healthy and avoid pizza and cheeseburgers and just see like 10 pounds lost in a month when you feel like it should have been 30 or 40? It is hard. So when we just keep the grind and we look at the end goal and we just keep showing up every single day, you're going to be a better person. Don't look at day to day. We don't measure in days. We don't measure in weeks. We measure in months and years. Like right now, I'm 39. Would 35-year-old Brandon be proud of me? Absolutely. He'd be ecstatic. Like, would 20-year-old Brandon, if I told him right now that, we damn near have a six-pack ab at almost 40 and a net worth of almost $1 million, would I be proud of myself? I'd be ecstatic. Like, I grew up a poor kid with HUD housing and food stamps poor. And so the fact is, I made huge growths in a small time period. Worst sport in the world, cave diving. Oh yeah, not a big fan of that cave diving. The thing with cave diving and rock climbing, you don't have to do it. Like, those people are nuts. Like, it would terrify me. Would you recommend buying a condo or townhouse? So, a little bit about real estate. Multifamily is going to cash flow in the best at the end of the day because it's meant to be a rental property. Single family won't cash flow as much, but usually you have more stability with your renters. They're more likely to stay for a longer duration because it's a single family. So there's pros and cons with everything you do. If you're looking at like your cash and cash return on investment, then it's better for multifamily. But if you're looking for more stability and less work, then single family is great. I know that feeling for me right now. It's impossible to gain weight, and I'm doing it. No result. So if you're trying to gain weight, the biggest recommendation I can tell you is do peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with milk. So you do decent, real thick peanut butter and jelly. Each one of those meals will be about 1,000 calories and 50 grams of protein. So peanut butter and jelly with milk is a massive way to put on size. Yo, no rope free climbing. That seems terrifying. You're small. I know. I hate myself. My chest is small. I'm fat down here. My arms are tiny. I mean, look at it. There's nothing there. This one was torn at one point. It looks pathetic. I get it, man. There's nothing you're going to say that I've already said to myself. Those intrusive negative thoughts are our own worst enemy. So you ain't going to bother me, man. Bright, you'll be 38 in June. I know I'm that big 40 this year. It's crazy. So, but guys, we got 15 of y'all beautiful folks in here. If you haven't done so already, double tap that screen. Hit that like button. I would truly appreciate and love that support. Let's see if we can get those likes up to 35 here in the next couple minutes. And then head up, hit that subscribe. Show some love. I would truly appreciate it. So far I'm down to 82 and a half pounds. And I feel so much better about myself. My self-confidence is better. I feel better about myself. Work's easier. It's crazy when we start taking care of ourselves how much everything improves, both mentally and physically. You got a pretty nice chest. I love the enthusiasm. Thanks, I appreciate that. For me, I'm all about the positive vibes. Life's hard, work's hard, school's hard. Like, people can come in here, they control, they can say all the things. Like, y'all ain't gonna bother me. I build myself up from nowhere, and unless you've been in my shoes and the things I've gone through, it simply just doesn't bother me. Like I said, I grew up HUD housing and food stamps poor. I grew up, my bedroom was a mattress in the middle of the living room. My mom did the best raising 3 kids by herself. She was an absolute rock star, and it's only onwards and upwards from here. So people tell me I'm fat. Like, yeah, you're right, I am fat. Like, I know I'm fat. Like, I need to lose weight. There's a reason I'm on a treadmill right now. Like, it is what it is. But at this point, like, you didn't build me, so you can't break me. The only person that can break me at the end of the day is me. Don't listen to that guy. You're looking pretty good, man. Complete the work. Better physique. And that's another thing I know is, like, I know I look better than 90% of the population out there. Like, I know that, but I'm still my hardest critic at the end of the day. Toasty, thank you so much for that gift. I truly appreciate it. That was very nice of you. I truly, truly appreciate the support. So guys, make sure we're still clicking that like button. I would love to get to 60 likes today. It looks like we're not going to get there, but that's okay. You do some planks and some lunges. So when I do my ab workout, I follow an ab workout from Brian Carroll. So it literally, you do 2 sets of crunch and hold for a minute with one leg up. And then you do what's called bird dogs to work on focus on the lower back. And then from bird dogs, you go to stir the pot, which is a plank but on a ball. You stir it left, you stir it right, up and down, and then side to side. So each one of those are a minute. And then I go to side planks for a minute. So that's why when I do abs, it takes me roughly 20, 25 minutes to do anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes for me to do abs because it's such an intense workout and it's focused on specific areas of the body that will help improve your deadlifts. Don't listen to them, bro. What are you doing, man? God bless. Thanks. I appreciate that. Toasty, again, thank you. I appreciate that gift. That was truly nice of you. Don't know why the only person you got. Yep, the only person I got to be better than is the person I was yesterday. I can't go back and compete with, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, Brandon. I can only compete with who I was yesterday. And as long as I'm one step better than that person, then I'll be all right. And as of today, we're already one step better. We followed a perfect diet. We're doing our cardio. We're going to continue getting cut up. Going to lose this down here. I'm so excited to see what the end of this 30 days is going to look like. And I'm also so excited to get some barbecue. I'm going to go to a barbecue place at the end of 30 days. So, I got a lot of goals. Not sure what you're trying to say, Dylan. Try again. Yep, I'm building over here. We're out here grinding, building every single day. We're at 46 minutes of cardio. We just hit 3 miles. And we have another, 20 minutes to go. Minutes to go. No, Escobar, not right now. It's not part of the diet, man. But I'm going to go to a barbecue restaurant. That's my goal. That'll be my big reward at the end of these 30 days of perfection. I just want to thank everybody. There's only a few people in here now. But can you challenge yourself to lock in for 30 days? No cheat meals, no fast food, no going out to eat, no pizza, no pop, no energy drinks, no coffee creamer, no candy, no extra sugar, like none of that for 30 straight days. And then do cardio 6 days a week at 65 minutes each and lift weights 5 days a week. Can you do it? Do you have the ability to lock in to see what the human body can do when you lock in for 30 straight days? How much change do you think you would make? Do you think you'd make more of a change physically or mentally? I really want you to think about that. Just lock in for 30 days. Whatever that goal is that you want to achieve, you locked in for 30 days. Do you think you would achieve it? What do you think the next 30 days would look like? Because you're like, well, shit, I just locked in for 30 days and I've lost 30 pounds and I look great. And I'm more, if you're a single dude, you're like, I look great, I look better, I have more confidence, to ask that next girl out, or more confidence to go apply for that job, or more confidence to tell my boss I deserve a raise, and have that confidence now that okay, I asked for that raise and he told me no. Now I'm gonna go put my resume out and Indeed, I'm gonna apply for that next job that's going to appreciate me and give me that raise. 30 days of locking will change your life forever. All too often we're just scared to do it. We're scared of the hard work. We're scared what happens if we fail. And so we don't do it. And so for me, I'm the complete opposite. I make impulsive decisions that change my life forever. Just like I made impulsive decisions to change my business, to start a business. I sat down with my wife one night and I looked at her and I said, there's more to life than just working 40 hours a week, 45 hours a week, taking 2 to 3 vacations with the kids a year, and retiring at the age of 65. I'm like, that's not living. You're not living. You're just a cog in a machine every single day. Like, there's got to be more to that. So I took that damn cog, I took that damn machine, I bashed that bitch with a hammer, and I started writing my own book, started writing my own rules. So, this is where I started investing. The purpose of money is to make more money. The purpose of your body is to take care of it. You only get one body in a lifetime. If you don't take care of it, what are you doing? Take care of that body, live longer, feel better, and life just simply gets better. Don't follow the mainstream media. Don't do what everybody else tells you to do. You know how many people told me that I was irresponsible for wanting to invest into real estate? You know how many people told me I would fail? You know how many people told me I was risking my family's life and my family's safety by refinancing my house? You know how many people told me that you can't do 30 days of perfection? It's too hard. It's not attainable. You want to know why people talk that way, guys? People talk that way because they don't want to do it. Because they know it's going to be hard. And hard things suck. And so they want to avoid them. And so by avoiding them, then they don't have to ever fail. Like if you don't ever attempt, then you don't fail. You learn more when you fail than when you succeed. Because when you fail, now you got to figure out a way to actually do it the right way. So fail again, fail harder. Whatever, however the hell that expression goes. Dylan, not sure what you're trying to say, man. But again, guys, if you haven't done so already, double tap that screen. Hit that like button. Show some support. We got 15 minutes left here in this treadmill. There you go, Harry. Fail off and fail forward. Absolutely. Because every time you fail, you learn you get a little bit of a nugget. Like I told you guys, when I bought our first rental property, we bought it for I think like 64K, put 25% down, so I think it cost like 17K to close. And how we were gonna go in and we were gonna do all the work. I failed, man. I grew up with a single mom raising 3 kids by herself. I had no handyman skills. So I looked, had to do some soul searching. I'm like, well, what skills do I have? Well, I'm a social worker, so I have the ability to work with people. I have the ability to build a team. I have the ability to network. So that's what I did. I networked and moved things around. Got a contractor in there. We estimated like 5 to 8K in repair cost. We put 26K into it, but now it's very successful. And that was what got us going. So you fail, and we failed, and we failed, but we figured it out. We got a way to be successful. And now, like I said, I took my net worth from 200K to damn near $1 million in 3.5 years. It's kind of the same thing with this fitness journey. It's the same exact thing. I failed. I fell off the wagon. I ate some pizza. I ate a cheeseburger. I'm standing at the candy basket just eating kids' Christmas candy over the break. You gain the weight back. But you know what? You can get back in the wagon anytime you want. You can get back and start doing better anytime you want. And that's where I'm at now. Today is day 11 of 30 days of perfection. So for 11 straight days, we've been perfect on our diet, cardio, and lifting weights. And I can already see the difference. I've lost a little over 16 pounds in 10 total days. And today is day 11. It's probably almost 2 o'clock my time. And so far, we've been perfect today. Guys, we are 2 likes away from 40 likes for the live. So I get 2 of y'all beautiful folks that haven't done so already. Just double tap that screen, hit that like button. I would truly appreciate it. Whew. Thank you, whoever hit that like button. Now we're only 1 like away. I appreciate that. It is definitely cold down here. Keep putting my hands on my head just to warm them up. What's up, Oliver? How you doing, man? I'm guessing. What's up, Oliver? How's everybody doing? What's everybody's goals for the New Year's? We're what? Today's what, the 10th? We're so many days in. Who's locked in for the New Year? Who's looking to make changes? So, I've already went through my New Year's resolutions for everybody, but what's everybody else looking to do? What's everybody's locked in? Thank you for so much for that 40th like. I appreciate that. Yours is to stay fit. Well, Oliver, let's talk about it. What are you doing to stay fit? So right now, since January 1st, I've lost 16 pounds. We're continuing to probably lose about another 10 to 11, maybe even 15. Will kind of all depend on how the body looks when I lose the next 10. Not just get fit, but stay fit. And that's the key, Oliver. That's why I'm on the treadmill. That's why I lift weights 5 days a week. And that's why right now I'm following a perfect diet. I want to be able to feel bad about doing bad things. Sam's, I would encourage you to talk to a psychologist. Maybe a social worker, that might be able to help. I'm a social worker myself, and I work with people that have some of those inabilities to feel empathy. So that's what I would encourage you to do. What kind of routine would you recommend for a home workout? Wickedness, so here's the thing. If you have a smart TV, or if you have a Roku stick, or even if you just have a computer, the best thing you could do, Beachbody actually has, you could buy a monthly pass on there, and it's like 15 bucks, I want to say, 12 bucks a month for Beachbody. Go in there and do like the Insanity workouts or the T25 workouts. They're written by Shaun T. You push play on it. You don't stop the video ever. You do the best you can. When you gotta take a break, get some water, take a break, but never stop play. You can do it right in your living room. I used to do it in an apartment complex back in the day. If you do the insanity videos for a month straight, you'll way be in better shape. Everything about your life will improve. And it's like $12 a month. Or if you want to just go buy like the insanity DVDs, those are also pretty easy. Like, you're gonna burn fat, you're gonna increase your cardio, you're gonna increase your heart health. Everything about you is gonna feel better. But they're hard. But that's why I tell people, don't stop or don't ever pause it. Because some people are like, oh, I gotta do the whole video. Like, no, don't pause it. Just play the video, do the best you can, take breaks when you need to, and then get back to it when you can. Aiming for 100 days straight. Sorry, Zane, I missed your first question. Insanity is only certain videos, Zane, are Insanity is free on videos. They don't have all of them. I can't be bothered to exercise. Well, life's about choices. So if you'd rather smoke than exercise, then that's on you. But you also don't have the right to then complain that you can't breathe, or it's hard to do things, or you don't feel good about yourself. But now if you feel good about yourself and you love it and life's going well, then continue doing it, brother. Like, if it's working for you, why change, right? As long as you're happy and it's working for you, then keep doing it. I've been doing cardio every day. Zane, I was considering doing cardio 7 days a week, but I think I'm going to take one full day off to allow my body to recover, because I will be 40 this year. Is 100K and a 401k enough for me to take a sabbatical from work? Probably not, Biz. It also depends how old you are. And if you take that money out and plan on living off it, like, what is your cost to live every single month? And I guess the question is, why are you taking the sabbatical? Are you burnt out? Is it mental health? Do you have physical health things going on? It just all depends. For me, I would say absolutely not. Absolutely. Don't stop believing. Live your best life. I need nasal surgery because I can't breathe on my nose. Is it worth it? I mean, you got to figure out, like, can you take FMLA where you'll still get like 40% pay or something like that? Or 70% pay? Like, are you able to save up all your PTO or sick time and take it all at once, so that way you're getting paid for a part of the duration? I'd meet with your HR and see what your options are, but nowadays 100K is not a lot of money. And who's to say you even have access to all 100 of it? Let's say I don't do it all week. Like, there's a week, it makes it hurt so bad. Yeah, so Zane, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I'm doing cardio 6 days a week, lifting weights 5 days a week, taking one full rest day. And so far, it has worked great, because that extra day of cardio has actually, I felt like, helped with muscle recovery. I deadlifted yesterday, and I deadlifted 425 for a set of 4. I'm shocked my back is not killing me today. So I definitely expect my lower back to be in way more pain tomorrow, because it's just natural soreness of lifting it heavy. So I'm expecting that to be a thing here in a little bit. $100, a little okay, but if you want to send me $100, I'd appreciate it. I'll do a happy dance. Maybe I'll even sprint here for a minute. You know, do all the things. That'd be cool. What should you eat? You're hungry? Well, depends. Do you want to fill up with dopamine and feel great about yourself? Pizza and a cheeseburger. If you want to be healthier and happier, go make some rice, chicken, and broccoli. Buy yourself a little rice cooker, throw a pack of chicken in the stove, or the stove or on the microwave. You know, get yourself some broccoli. That's what I do. Rice, chicken, and broccoli 2 days a week. Or 2 days, twice a day, every day. Yeah, yep, Zane. Usually that second day is the worst. Especially the second day after leg day is the worst. Steak and eggs, you can't go wrong with steak and eggs. But yeah, I eat the same thing every day. Protein shake, rice, chicken, broccoli, rice, chicken, broccoli. And then I do 4 whole eggs, 2 egg whites, some fruit, and non-fat cottage cheese. So, same thing every day. Usually about 1,900 to 2,100 calories per day. And that's what helps me lose, 82 pounds by eating healthy and moving the body. But happy, if you haven't done so already, head up there, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done so already, after you hit that subscribe button, turn those alerts on so that way every time I go live, y'all can come in here and be supportive. I would truly, truly appreciate that. Since you're doing a workout, I'm going to go do mine. Absolutely, Oliver. Hit that subscribe button. I post motivational stuff, and I love talking to people like this and encouraging people. We all got this. We just got to lock in and tell ourselves we got this. You need to stop making excuses and start doing. I'm unemployed with so many skills. It's ridiculous, but I'm also on the treadmill. Zane, yeah. Zane, it sounds like you need to lock in, man. Figure out what you want to do. Get out there, start grinding. The purpose of money is to make more money. That's what I do. I take all my money, I don't spend it, and I reinvest it. Thanks, Happy. Appreciate it. Sorry, I'm not sure how to say your name. Arise. Hello, welcome in. Mine's done, but nothing like one more. Yeah, Zay, that's what's up. I love it. Like, this 30-day challenge that I'm doing is actually pretty neat because a buddy of mine from work, who's obviously nowhere close to along the same fitness journey as I am, like he's way back further as he's just starting, but man, has he impressed me with his diet, his exercise, his cardio, showing up every single day. So I'm like, man, this dude who's way in less shape than I am can keep grinding for this. I have no excuse not to push myself to my max limits every single day. So it's nice to know that other people are along the same journey. And that's actually the reason why I started going live. And that's a lot of the reason why I started posting these videos and shorts and stuff like this, is because so many people have reached out to me and said, hey man, I see you're grinding. Keep posting, keep me updated. I've lost 30 pounds and they're like, you're such an inspiration. Like, both girls and guys have both sent me messages on all different platforms saying, hey man, please keep it up. Like, we love your content because it motivates us to want to keep going. It motivates us to keep wanting to push ourselves to be better and stuff. Then I'll have people reach out like, hey, I see you're doing this. What supplements are you taking? Or, hey, I see you're on this diet. Like, what diet are you on? Like, and then I had a buddy call me yesterday. He's like, hey, I see you're doing very well financially and you're doing this, this, and this. Because he knows I grew up poor. And he's like, who does your taxes? Like, who does this? And before I know it, it was an hour and a half conversation of me just, supporting my buddy through all these different business adventures that he's doing. So it's easy to be supportive. The thing is just to continue to get the message out there. Well, thank you. I'm about to get my fat ass up and get on the treadmill. That's what's up. That's what's up. Get up. Stop doom scrolling. Stop watching Netflix and stop chilling. Get up. Get on the treadmill. Put that work in, because you want to know what? You're going to feel better the moment you're done. You're going to feel so much better the moment you're done. Get up. Get moving. All too often we make too many... Wish I could swear more on this platform because I do swear quite a bit. But all too often we make an excuse on why we don't achieve our goals instead of just getting up and doing it. We spend more time mentally exhausting ourselves by thinking about our goals than actually it would take to achieve our goals. David Goggins inspired me. Broken knee. David Goggins is a monster. Like, that's someone I would love to meet one day. Kind of a hero of mine. Like, the dude just pushes himself through everything. He hands down has the best mental toughness ever. I need to see your videos now. Only time you. So yeah, a lot of my videos, like every single morning I post what I look like, and every single morning I post my weight. And so just to see the difference of when you lock in, and I've lost over 16 pounds, 16.4 pounds since January 1st. Think about that. 16 pounds in 10 days. That's a lot of damn weight to lose. Every morning I wake up and it's dark and I say, every morning I wake up and it's dark and it's... Well, Zane, that's it. Again, get up, figure out what your goals are, write them down, and then all your energy you put into those goals. Anything else after that is just an excuse. Right? Brady, I appreciate your support as you've been consistently in here or Dylan, for most of this live, but I haven't understood a single thing you said, man. All right, guys, we're on our last minute. I'm excited because I haven't eaten anything yet, so I'm definitely hungry. I've had like 3 cups of black coffee and some water so far. So, fasting cardio is one of the best things you can do to help lose weight. I'm not a morning person, but if I could get up and do my cardio at like 6 o'clock in the morning before I go to work, it'd be a night and day difference, but I don't think I'll ever be that responsible of a person. So here we are, in the middle of the day or, after work. So, but we're getting it in, and that's all that matters, that it gets got done. What's up? Huh? Oh. My mentality is when I wake up every day, oh, it's just fucked. Well, man, it sounds like you gotta really lock in. Take time, do some self-reflecting, figure out what's important to you, and then put all your energy into that. All right, guys, let me flip this around. We are at 65 minutes, 4.3 miles. This is obviously wrong because this is a guesstimation. If I had to guess, it's probably way more than that because I'm significantly larger than the average person. The more muscle, the more size you have, the more fat you burn while being on the treadmill. All right, guys, I've appreciated all that love and support, the gifts we got, all the new subscribers, all the new followers. Thank you guys so much for all that. You guys all have a great day. I'll catch you later. Bye.